My next patron question is from Joshua, who wanted me to compare two child-focused action movies from the early 2000s. Between these two films that followed in the footsteps of Spy Kids, which is better, Agent Cody Banks or Catch That Kid? It does seem like the success of Spy Kids inspired studios to make more family films that have some element of child wish fulfillment, where they go on some high-tech adventure. And it's easy to see the appeal of these kinds of films. I actually did not watch Agent Cody Banks and Catch That Kid until recently, but regarding which one I prefer, I'm going to pick Agent Cody Banks. Despite some problems, there is some entertainment value to be had, as Frankie Muniz plays a young secret agent. The filmmakers have fun with the usual tropes of the spy genre, as we see him balance his mission with his home life. The filmmakers are able to create some decent action and fight sequences, and Muniz does well in playing the title role. There are also some chuckles here and there. What I thought was particularly clever was how it flipped the usual secret agent trope of the suave spy by having Cody be unable to talk to girls. However, it is a little uninteresting how most of the movie revolves around him attending a school and trying to befriend Hilary Duff's character. Admittedly, Kim Possible also spent a number of episodes in school, but I think the creators of that show were able to find a better balance between her time in the classroom and going on missions. Here the mission is primarily at the school. I found the villains to be largely dull, a very typical world domination plot, and I did not feel the movie made the best use of Ian McShane as the main antagonist. I was surprised at the number of sexual innuendos in what's supposed to be a family film, especially a running joke with a pair of X-ray glasses. I wonder how close Agent Cody Banks came to getting a PG-13 rating. The movie goes for the usual family action film hijinks, and the script could have been a little smarter, but it's passable entertainment in the end. Although the most surprising thing about the film is that Agent Cody Banks was executive produced by Madonna. You heard that correctly. She purchased the script for her production company, Maverick Films, around the time they were trying to expand into movies, and that's why her name is in the credits. I thought Catch That Kid had its moments, but could not overcome some of the story and character issues I had with the movie. On the positive side, Kristen Stewart is very good as the lead protagonist, Madeline, and her motivation to rob the bank to help her father with an operation is a sweet one. I did not expect this movie to be almost a commentary on the American healthcare system, but it's certainly appreciated. The various ways they break into the bank vault show some cleverness, and even though there's little suspense due to the obvious outcome, there is still creativity in the high-tech security of the bank and the sequences where the children use their knowledge of the system to their advantage. The movie also gets the needed sequences of child wish fulfillment, especially when the leads go-kart around the city. A major problem I had with Catch That Kid was how it depicted the relationship between Madeline and the two boys she's friends with. There's a strange love triangle storyline going on, with both trying to win her affection, and she winds up using this to manipulate them. It's such an unnecessary conflict when the bank heist is already a big enough obstacle, and this aspect stops the story in its tracks whenever it appears. Another issue I had with Catch That Kid came from the antagonist. Despite the fantasy premise, the film still tries to remain somewhat naturalistic, and the child actors don't mug for the camera like what you might see on Disney Channel or Nickelodeon at the time. The actors playing the bank president and the security guards are completely hamming it up, and feel like they were given different direction than the rest of the cast was. It kind of takes away what little tension there is when the characters who serve as their potential obstacles are chewing the scenery. Something I should mention is that Catch That Kid is actually a remake of the Danish film released a few years earlier. I've not seen that version, but watching the trailer, Catch That Kid did seem to take a lot from it, including entire scenes. However, I would have to watch the original before making an assessment of how faithful the American remake is and whether I prefer that one. Now let me know in the comments whether you prefer Agent Cody Banks or Catch That Kid, and thank you for your question, Joshua.